What's up, everybody? Long time no see. Um, been very busy. I'll give you guys a minute to hop on in here. Yeah, as you can see, I'm in another hotel room again. I'm actually back in Pennsylvania where I did my last live stream, I think. It's been a minute. Just figured I would go ahead and do a live stream to kind of answer people's questions or if anyone had any ideas or anything like that. Actually, the channel's hopefully coming back in the next few months. It's been kind of slow. So we'll see. So we got two people in here. I'll kick it off at the 5-minute mark, which is it's almost at 1:30. So about 3 minutes. I'll kick off the questions and stuff like that. So if you need to go to the restroom or anything, 'cause this is a hour-long stream, so I can answer all the questions I can. So yeah. Oh, so who's the two people in the chat right now? So the good news is that I finally got a lot of parts in for the Fairlane and the D100 project, and I just got another vehicle that I'm not going to talk a lot about because I think it's going to be a fun episode for me to go ahead and execute with little to no like hints and stuff to it. Because it's a really fun car that I picked up, and it was a great deal, and I really appreciate the elderly woman that gave me the opportunity to purchase the vehicle. It has been sitting. The last time she said that she heard it, like it had been sitting since 1990, but the last time they actually attempted to actually do anything with it was in the mid 90s. And it's a really nice looking car. It's surprising how well this car looks. And really, it was found in the middle of Grandview, Ohio. And that's really shocking to me because Grandview is very hoity-toity, very, small garages, everything. And this car barely fit in this garage and it had been sitting there for that long. So, let's see here. Let me just go ahead and see if I can share the link so I can get more people in here, I guess. Unless someone else can do that. What's up, Midnight? How you doing? How you been, Jeremy? Except it's live from PA, not live from New York. Please don't use my real name. Oh, I actually said the right name? Oh, okay. Just messing with you, dude. Let's see here. not that one. So one thing I have been doing, and you guys can give me hell about it, but the thing I've been trying to do is keep myself in the rhythm of doing. I got shop space right after I sold my car. Jesus. Well, you can buy it back from me if you want. That I'll sell it. I'll sell it back to you for what you sold it to me for. So, what was I saying? So one thing I did do, and you guys can give me all the hell you want, is that I started a TikTok just to keep myself occupied, to keep pushing myself to do content and stuff. And one thing I have been doing, which is really cool, because the alcohol stuff kind of doesn't work a lot on here. Like, you guys want to see car stuff, and I understand that. So I've been doing like stuff like this, which is a really cool beer. It's awesome. And there's two here I have actually not tried yet. So we're going to be getting into that too. So as soon as I get a few more people in ready to go. So I'll try that one first. So it's been kind of a PA themed thing because I'm stuck in PA for another couple days, and then I'll be back in Ohio for a couple days to shoot some stuff with some cars, and then I will be sent out to another state, which will absolutely be fun because the content I have kind of is PC right now. So not like PC, like Papa Charlie, but like pieces. It's in pieces. I need certain things I need to film to finish it because when I did the junkyard episode inside of Mississippi, I actually filmed another episode, but I failed so hard because the junkyard didn't have all of the parts that I had that I wanted to try to show people that they should look out for classic natured vehicles that they can use to hop up their vehicle. But I actually have the actual parts in Circleville. I just don't have them in my reach, and I forgot to film them. So there will be another Mississippi junkyard video coming out sooner or later. And then I'll be filming the new car I got, and then I will be getting onto the 318 because I'm really wanting to hear that thing roar to life, and I really want to take Shelly out for a spin. Like the slant six it's starting to get really bad. It's puffing a lot out of the crankcase. It's still a great truck. I mean, it's not giving me other problems minus the brake line that blew out on me months ago that I haven't fixed yet because, 3 brakes are better than none. So shot rings and bearings. Yeah, the rings I think are walking away more than anything because that truck prior to me it wasn't really well taken care of. I don't know. The kid said he drove it a lot, and I haven't seen any metallic in the oil every time I changed it, so I think the bearings are okay. It's just it's always down on power. It's always lame. It's not acting like it's actually getting compression sometimes. Not meaning it's not getting compression. It just means it's a dog. It's just very lame. Granted, I'm going to keep that slant six because I would love to actually do a slant six build and then just put into something else like a car nitrous incentive. No. No, if it was like an engine I knew that the bottom end was like rattling its teeth out, then I would. But like I'm not whistling diesel. I actually like to hold things and actually fix parts and not like completely destroy everything known to man. That square body he just recently killed, that hurt me a lot. Like that hurt. And I get it, he does it because people are going to talk about it and spread the word about him and everything. And I get that, but damn, that truck was nice. What was in the square body? I think it was a small block Chevy, but it was a nice old grass fire truck that he got from his local area. It was like a late 70s square body. It was very nice. And the guy just ended up and twisted in half and made it absolutely useless. Yep. So, all right, we're at the 10-minute mark, which leaves me 15 more minutes. So I'll go ahead and open up this one, which is the Pina Colada Western Diesel blowing up a small block. Why do you see diesel is better? No, he didn't blow it up. He just twisted and bent the truck into 1,000 different things. So this one is called Workhorse Pina Colada Tropical Ale brewed with coconut and pineapple. Thought it'd be good. Why not? Oh, oh. Nicole, if you're in the chat, you would like this because it's like it's like the Life's a Beach from the oh snap, what was that? Crap, what was the name of that brewery from Indiana? It'll come to me. Give me a minute. Oh, Elson. It was Elson's Brewing Corporation that's in Michigan and also in Indianapolis, and the owner's actually a Marine, prior Marine, and the only reason he got into it was because his wife's from Germany, and she loved beer so much that he got him into it, and then he put so much stuff into it, and it's a really good corporation. And the bartender I got to talk to, she was a very knowledgeable human being as well. But this Workhorse Brewing Corporation is from Prussia. Oh, where'd you go? Here we go. Yeah, Prussia, Pennsylvania. See? Yeah. But yeah, it really good place. Caution: flavored beer will make you drink more than what you're used to. It's only a pint. I got 2 more sitting right here. I got to get through in another 50 minutes. Hey, Dresden. So any questions, comments, concerns about the channel, anything you guys want me to go over? Thank you all 7 who came to the live stream. I'm sorry I don't do a lot of these, and I also apologize that the content's been taking a hit. I've just been 84-hour weeks. Time to stream Resident Evil like the game. Stratic and drink rules play. Okay. Dave, how you been? Bay, I'm here, but passing out. Just keep talking. It'll be here in spirit. Neve, I feel you. Actually, I've been working a 1:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. shift, so it's killing me. But I felt the need that I really need to do a live stream because I feel like I'm letting you guys down because I went from having a video every day to every other day to barely putting some out 10 times a day. But I figured I would just go ahead and just touch base with everybody and see how everything's doing in their wellness and see if there's any videos I can make that they would like to see. What was it? I had something. But Dave, aren't you up in NH? Because I was just actually up in Boston, Massachusetts, 17 days ago. I was there and I was trying to actually connect with the person who actually built the logo. So the original logo, most people never saw it. My buddy Ben Nile of Maine built it, and then I gave it over to a wonderful human being. Her name is Sarah. She is known as All to Design or Tuscaloosa or TUCCI Studios. And I was going to catch up with her, but unfortunately her father passed away, and it was very I didn't want to push on it. I wish I could have been their supporter, but I was going to meet up with her there. I actually met up with a friend also from New Hampshire, but as soon as I saw your name, I'm like, oh yeah, Dave's from New Hampshire. I should have said hi, reached out something, but I just tried to do stuff for YouTube, and it fell through every single time. So I kind of, I deterred myself from doing YouTube stuff, and yeah, I apologize. Should have reached out to you, Dave, or try to find a way to contact you. You aren't letting people down. True fans will understand life happens. You have to grind. Your plan. Let's hear. What's your plans when you get back home? What vehicle are you planning on working now? So the problem with me stating it, I'm coming home or getting home, is I have 3 days back in Ohio, and then I'm sent back out to someplace else because right now I'm part of a corporate. I'm part of the Battelle Corporation, and we built decontamination units for the United States government. We are currently set up in different locations, and I go to each site and I work 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week to sanitize masks and get them back to hospitals so they have to, get past the curve of all of the actual masks that they need. So we're trying to help lower the curve on their supply that they need because it's hurting them not having masks to help with the patients. So we're just trying to make sure that we get that back to them. So when the saying of me coming home is 3 days, and with the way that I understand the thing and how I've done with it, with the rules of what this is, so I do my job in the other state, and then I come back to Ohio, and if I need to, I report back to my normal job, and then I have to report 3 out of the 5 work days because that's how it is, and I have no problem with that. There's no beef, there's no complaining, there's nothing, no nothing. It just cuts into shop time. But when I get home full time, I'm going to be putting the brakes on all products that are currently, all projects that are currently on the channel, because I just bought this new vehicle that I need to get this thing running and I need to get it out because it was a lifetime thing. There's a hitch to it though. As soon as I get that car running and I get it to where it is running and driving and stopping, it 318. 318 is going to be the biggest part, and then it's going to be the fair lane. My plan is to get some of you may remember the crack house episodes. So the roof is getting done soon. The concrete's getting poured in it, and it's getting closer to being the new place I'll be videoing every single episode of A.C.C. So the wagon's being put on hold. It's going to be, so pretty much the line is going to be new car, which I'll maybe give you some ideas what it is. And then it's going to be Shelly, because that's been the 318 build. That's going to get done. I'm hopefully going to be able to call UNOH in Lima and then do the dyno test, hopefully video that. And then I'm going to be doing the Fairlane project because I love the concept of the 318 project. Like, I like challenging myself. I'm stupid for putting some goals on myself because it's absolutely annoying. And I also like to put ideas in people's heads how to think outside of the box when building cars, because you always have this tunnel vision of I have to buy X amount of parts with this money I have, instead of I have $1,500 to build a vehicle. How can I make this bigger to do this? Like, I have saved up $1,500, or I sold a car and I have $1,500. How do you make the $1,500 bigger, or how do you make the $1,500 efficient? That's how I'm trying to find ways to actually do with the budget build. The budget builds I do. The 318 build, that's it's still a budget build in my eyes, but I will be honest, I have shot that budget square in the nose. It's a pain. If you know how to do frame and floor repair, the Camaro might be your best in your hands. I have a MIG welder now, but really don't want to weld galvanized steel. Oh no, it's not going to be the galvanized steel that's currently in the floor pan. It's going to be taken away in the actual sheet metal if I do decide to actually fix the floor pans. That car, the plan I have for it is that the 305 is going to come out. I'm going to fix the structure as much as I can, and then it's just going to be a tire fire roasted machine. It's going to be a burnout car. But yeah, the galvanized is coming out. Lunar, the hell? What you doing here, man? Good to see you. How you been? Shouldn't you be doing all the big stuff in YouTube right now? Did you just break 10,000 subs right now, man? Are you close? I know you're close to 10 grand. But anyway, with all the projects that are going on right now, I have to stop and think, because I've accrued 11 vehicles, and I'm turning into that guy that's going to be, I'll fix it one day, because I've gone from having a 40-hour week to 84-hour weeks in a different state. So I'm trying to reason with myself with the cars I have. So I will say the cars that I have, because 2 of them are not even my possession yet. I have bought them. They're sitting in Cincinnati, Ohio. I haven't got them yet. So Can't say that one. So 65 Ford Fairlane, which is lemon. 72 Chrysler Town and Country station wagon, a behemoth. 75 Pinto, which you guys have kind of seen glimpses of, but that's a VA project that I'm going to get onto. 77 Dodge truck Shelly, the 1984 S10 I have, the 88 S10, the 88 F250, which is a parts vehicle for the Fairlane, and then also my 1997 Chevy truck that you see occasionally in the back behind the scenes and stuff like that. That's my daily driver, and that leaves the other two vehicles that I have purchased, and the one I can't talk about, which would make 11, 12, somewhere around there. I went to school in Ohio. I can't count. Now, ears of corn, though, we can tell you how many are there. Congratulations, man. Hey, I'm about to break 1,000, so I'm catching up to you. Also, I've been following that Roadrunner project you've been doing. Pretty sweet, man. Like the Mad Max vibe. Really nice. So, once again, it's going to be car that's going to be revealed soon. Hopefully before next month, I'll have the video out because I plan on going hot and heavy on that the few days I have in Ohio to get that car running, because once again, I didn't get much. Hold on, Leonard, I'll get you 1 second. The car is one of those cars that you just see. And to me, I always get giddy with classic cars. Any classic car, truck, anything. I just get so damn giddy because it's just, I wasn't raised around classics. I was raised with a very, wonderful parents. Both my parents were awesome. My dad was a businessman and my mom was a loan officer. So when it came to actually car stuff, black sheep. My dad knew how to change out a distributor and a carburetor and stuff like that on some things, but they were never heavy into it. So for me to actually buy these cars and fix them, it's always a treat for me. It always makes me happy to work on them. Granted, seeing the bill after I built them and all the hard work I put into them, that hurts a little bit, but at the same time, I like using these cars, like having these cars, experiencing these cars. Sometimes even the stories off these cars is just enough. But this car I came across through a leader of mine at work. So we have multiple leaders. And he told me that his aunt owned a car. And I said, okay, cool. And he said, well, I know you're a classics guy. And I'm like, oh boy. It's another person thinking that a classic car from the 80s is old enough. They said, no, it's a 1964. And I went, really? So I went and looked at it. I talked to the lady. She is a very wonderful, wholesome human being. So it's a great car. I just couldn't believe it was happening. I only got so much footage of me pulling it out of its tomb, but I wish there was someone there videoing it, because you would have seen the joy and the just the smiles. I didn't believe it. I kept asking my lead, is this really happening? There's no way in hell, because I'm pulling this car out of this garage and it's mine. And it's a beautiful car. And I couldn't believe that they sold to me for a decent price. I'm like, I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to pop out somewhere. Maybe some of you remember Punked, but it's just boom, holy shit, this is awesome. But anyway, Lunar, since May, I have been jumping states and working 84-hour weeks, and I'm all right with it, because right now what this is doing, and the biggest thing is, this is funneling and fueling more stuff I'm going to be doing for YouTube, and it's going to be hopefully a big help with future stuff like buying cars, fixing cars, the building, my garage I'm going to be using is going to fix that. It's going to help with a lot of different things that I cannot wait to do. It's going to help me buy equipment for the YouTube channel. It's going to help me make the quality better. It's still going to be me. So the angles, the quality, it's going to be up to me to do it, because I don't want to tie anyone down, because this is not a full-time job. This is a hobby. This is fun. And I'm just showing you the fun that I'm having with these cars. Most of them. Mm. Oh, by the way, check the fuse on the battery on the Camaro. Uh, that's a fuel pump fuse. I bet you the fuel pump's still good. Maybe it might work. So we had to move the car from where we parked it to outside, and the problem was the fuel pump is still not working on that car. So it's a '92 Camaro. That's the number I was forgetting. '92 Camaro, and I bought the '92 Camaro off of Midnight Mechanic over here in the chat, and so the car doesn't have a fuel pump. It's TBI, so we had to pour gas manually down it. So I put my buddy inside of the driver's seat, and it has a ratchet shifter for the 700R4. Ratchet and drive, turn it over, and I had to manually feed gas and do the throttle at the same time to actually move the car a couple feet over so we can get people inside of the garage to actually get the concrete done. It's fun. Like I was laughing my ass off. Like I wish someone recorded this because like all the stupid stuff I did in college and all the other stuff, like it's fun to me. Like it's stupid stories, but it's stupid stories that I laugh at and I get a laugh at it. So if you laugh at it, cool. If not, get fucked. Go listen to someone else. All right. Congratulations. Yeah. Hold on. So congrats on almost the 1K, man. It's the hardest benchmark. So I've heard. I'm getting close to the 10,000 or the 4,000 watch hour point too. So at this point, in the beginning, like when I started this shit, when I made the first episode of Welcome A.C.C. Garage, I thought that this was going to be the easiest walk in the park ever because I was watching Vice Grip Garage blow up. I was watching Junkyard Digs blow up. I was watching Uncle Tony blow up. Well, actually, I didn't see Uncle Tony till later, but just like Markiplier and all these other people that I watch, like Nerd, like big YouTubers. I'm thinking this is going to be easy. And I was cocky in the beginning, and man, I am learning quick. So anyone that wants to do YouTube, like, be humble. That's all I got to say. But for YouTube, it has to be 10,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I probably mentioned that 1,000 times, but that's what you have to do to get monetized. In the beginning, I wanted to get monetized. I want to do this and that. Now it's just like, this is fun. This is a hobby. I'm just literally letting you guys see the buffoonery that I'm doing when I'm not at work. And 2021, it's going to be a lot more of it. I don't care if this is still around. The wonderful, scary Ooga Booga disease situation. Like, Lunar, I'll even throw this out there. When my 318's done, if you still have the Roadrunner, I'll be more than happy to go toe to toe with you with your Roadrunner versus my 4-speed pickup truck. Just for shits and giggles. If you don't want to, cool, dude. No harm, no foul. But I figured 318 shootout. Why not? Let's see here. Dresden, 1 corn stock, twice dip, and yeah, pretty much it is absolutely. Patreon, it allows for more freedom and than being locked by YouTube's. Now, I started a TikTok just for shits and giggles, but yeah, give me shit. I started TikTok because I wanted to do stuff like this. I put the beer stuff and everything on that, and also just kept me motivated to keep doing social media stuff, so I didn't lose that edge. It's fun. It's for fun. It's not like I'm trying to get TikTok famous, YouTube famous, or anything. It's just for fun. Lunar, you do? I need to put that down somewhere. I'll be looking for you on TikTok then. Is it Lunar's Garage on TikTok or something? Real quick, come back to that. I tried and failed on YouTube. Keep on going. Dave, what did you do on YouTube, brother? Like, let me know. Like, what'd you do? Do you still have videos up or anything like that? Like, I never knew. Sounds like fun head to head. That's all. It's all about the fun. Yeah, I mean, you have a heavy car and automatic, and I have a lucky garbage truck that I threw together with a 318 and a 4-speed. So why not? We can meet at so you're in New York and I'm in Ohio. Is there any like drag strips in between there or parking lots at this point? All right, so I'm actually I finished the Pina Colada one, and same name on YouTube, almost 30,000. Fuck yeah, dude, that's awesome! Congratulations. Next one's gonna be the Super Mash Brothers. It's actually an English pale ale. It's actually really good. Yeah, I got 32 followers on TikTok. It's gonna be great. Put some ballast weights on the truck, cap the bed, sub 10 second truck. Yeah, in the eighth, not the quarter. That damn truck. Ugh. Once again, Shelly's an old lunky truck, so she's like, she needs to get a little more pep in her step. So I might have to spray the bejeebus out of her for her to actually move. And Nintendo just issued a C&D. I live about 10 minutes from Lebanon Valley Speed, but fuck it. I'll come to New York when that thing's done. If it makes it. I might have to ship the truck there for it to actually make it down the strip. Yeah, hell yeah, I got no problem with that. If I get that piece of shit to actually, if I get the 318 done and get it running, then more, yeah. If you want to do something, that's fine by me. I need to break that truck in, and then she has no ass. Yeah, Dresden knows because Dresden's been in that truck. She is gutless, and the power steering makes more noise than the engine. Yeah, and Lunar, I'll say this: if we go drag racing, I'm willing to break that thing and put it back on a trailer. LS swap. No LS swap. Also, if that doesn't work, then I'll just bring the Fairlane out because that's another bastardized case I'm trying to build right now, and that's another thing. I wonder if I can pull up the actual photo of these. I bought these headers, and I'm really regretting what the hell did I do. So I bought these headers from eBay, El China, and the problem is right there. Do you see how those exhaust ports share the same tube? Like, oh my God, I did, the photos were not very clear. Not, I believe those headers gonna be the worst damn thing ever, but they were $90 shipped, and the Fairlane project is $1,500 for everything said and done. Probably gonna regret this, but yeah, I bought them. Hold on. Yeah, it looks like a third grade welding project. So let's hear. She has no S. LS swap. Diesel swap. Maybe someday. I want to get that engine on Nick's dyno before running it down the track in case it blows up. If it blows up, it's a 318. I know. I think you said something about being in the $7,000 mark for the whole project, but yeah, if you need another 318, I'll help you source it there. I paid $50 for the whole engine that I bought that's in this channel, the 318 build. I paid $50 for that bullshit. So yeah, if you need an engine, let me know. I'll try to find one. Where's Scott at? He hates Duramax. Is throwing. Yeah, where is Scott? It's really weird. Usually, it was 84 Chevy C10, but I can't. Mechanic. What's his name again? Now it's Old Crony's Garage or something. Okay. I want to go over. Yeah, Dresden. Duh. You're going with me. Yeah, Old Crony's Garage. Yeah, Old Crony's Garage. He was like, I will say this, besides Dresden, Dave, Rob, they have been the biggest support. And 84, like, he has been the biggest one. His name is Scott. Old Crony's Garage. Like, he's been one of the biggest supporters of this channel, and he's always the guy that's messaging me. Because, Facebook and stuff like that. He's always messaged me on YouTube, and we always talk back and forth about stuff. And he's a great kid. I mean, if not, once again, you see the name right here in the chat. Go check him out. Give him a like. I know it's only 6 people, but people are going to see this after. Yeah, Lunar, I don't know who the hell. I don't know who the hell came up with these things, but they're pretty Mickey Mouse. If they're garbage, what I'll do is I'll just cut them off and keep the exhaust flanges, and then I'll just make my own. So I'll make something. I'll make it work. It's that Fairlane. So yeah, the concept behind it, I'll go over that in a video later on. But if you do diesel swap it, you'll have to run against the Cummins powered drift truck I'm building. Is that the that's the the D150, D1, the Dodge truck you have, right? You're putting a diesel in, right? Or is that LS swap? Start early, mechanic diesel stuff, rolls coal, sucks, suck your dick and rebuild a 7 pizza. No, I'm not a diesel guy. I really am not. If I do diesel, I'm going to have to consult with somebody because all I know is if they have way too much fuel put into them and the turbo goes nuts, yeah, no bueno, bad day, explodo, bad day, no bueno. I'm mostly old school American muscle cast iron junk and garbage and stuff like that, but it that's the way that I see it, and that's the way I built. And once again, like, oh yeah, that one. Yeah, dude, that thing has been awesome. I haven't watched the video yet on the frame, uh the frame table here, but I haven't seen that video yet. Um but brain. No, oh shit, I even lost my train of thought. So the problem with me is that the biggest reason why A.C.C gets a chokehold on it is my own problems, and that is the ability to be afraid to lose money. And it's dumb because that's literally what owning a classic car is just losing and funneling money left and right and hoping it comes back someday. That's why the 318 is taking forever. The 318 is one of those things that I've put half engines together. I built short blocks. I've built long blocks, and I'm always afraid when they fire up. And I've given them to people and they said, yeah, they run fine, but it's just like, yeah, now I have to make sure it runs right. I have to do it. It's one of those things that I'm afraid to absolutely blow the 318 up because I know how much money I have into it and I know how many people are watching. So yeah, either A, I'm going to make an ass of myself, and that's one thing that YouTube's helped me get over with is actually getting over that hump of being afraid of blowing something up and learning from it, and then going back to the drawing board and doing it. And it's not like, some people talk about how they used to blow up engines left and right, and it's just like, yeah, but that was back in 1980 something when a small block Chevy was 25 cents a block, and you can get it and put it in the car the next day, and camshafts and everything were readily available, and blah blah blah. It's an excuse. That's literally my excuse for that, and it happens. I'm working with another YouTuber to figure out the diesel end. You probably know this name, but it's on the hush hush. Okay, let me know when it comes out. I need to know about the bits and pieces right now. It's all good. Mm. So diesel aspect, it's off the. I blew up more transmissions than motors. That's probably gonna be my next problem. Like once again, my background. Also, real quick, a plug for a TikToker. I don't know this guy. I never met him in my life, but Jigglypuff Drew's his name, and he's also a kid that went to UNOH. He's funnier than hell on TikTok. If you watch TikTok, go watch him. He's absolutely hilarious. But train of thought gone. Worst thing about me, I'm like Doug off of Up. Like my brain is like gelatin. Let's say, Dave, did you ever say like what you did on your YouTube channel? Like, hold on, checking the comments here. Oh God, what happened? Dave tried doing YouTube thing goes so well. Yeah, that's you can ask anyone that's affiliated with me or around. Like I have a bunch of things in my head going on, then all of a sudden just squirrel over here, shiny thing. That's one big thing I have too is just like garbage. Midnight Mechanic. The worst way to blow up an engine is improperly break in, get that flat tap cam broken improperly, be blown. Now, I think if you drop a valve and it hits a hyper-eutectic piston and starts to saw a block in half, yeah, that's way worse than a flattened cam. Flattened cam just makes sure that it just doesn't let everything open and make magical actual power. It's okay. Like I'm to the point, and I don't have like money to throw. I don't like. I worked 84-hour weeks to get myself out of debt and to get myself in the right, so I can actually start placing money in the right spots to do things. But I'm starting to learn very fast that it's not okay to be scared about losing money and blowing shit up. You make it every day. It's going to take you a minute to get it back. But I'm to the point where I want to be like Cletus McFarlane, not famous and everything, but to the point where he just goes, let's do this. Let's go. Let's let it rip. Like, that's what I want to be like. And granted, will it happen? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. And the best way to blow up, oh, hold on, I don't want to skip comments. Brain blown. Yeah. I learned on Supras and blown up a few of those engines. That was before their prices got out of control. The best way to blow up an engine is turbocharging it, running 28 pounds, and then having a weak wastegate fail. Yeah, good lord, that would suck. Oof. Good lord, I can just see the to the moon. Let's see here. Hey man, good to see you. Hey, Rude Mopar dude, I'm glad to see you too. I've been very busy and I'm just doing this live chat to kind of cover any bases or talk to people about stuff. To see if I can just help you guys catch up what's going on in A.C.C garage, because I'm in a hotel and I'll be in a hotel probably till December 31st, but I'm also going to still try to push content out. And yeah, Lunar, don't agree with her too much because she's in her head. Um, joking, but life is short to hold back. It is, and it's taken me 26 years to figure that out. And I'll be honest, without YouTube, I probably wouldn't have figured that out. I probably would have been stuck in my little hole of, yeah, it's good enough. Yeah, you don't need to do this. Yeah, you don't need to do that. It's one of the quickest ways to inspect. I'm just learning quickly that I am my worst enemy. And for me to get rid of my worst enemy, I have to realize him. That's what I'm doing. So hopefully that'll spill over in the channel and it'll get shit done, because I want to be the guy that's to the point where I can, I can push a video or two out a week and it's something cool and extravagant. Like, I built an engine, I did this, I went drag racing, I fixed the car. Like, I want to be the next, Uncle Tony Vice Grip, brain, shoot, the Boss Garage, Thunderhead 289. I know I'm plugging the shit out of everyone right now. Just anybody. Like, I don't even want the fame. Like, I really don't. I just want to be inspirational to people. I don't care if I have 1,500 followers or I have 1.5 million. I'm at the point where I just want to keep people motivated. Nick's Garage, thank you, Rude Dude. I just want to be at the point where if you learn something from my stupidity or get a laugh out of it, perfect. I'm not trying to make money off of it. I have a day job and I do it for a reason, because I don't believe that this would ever be stability enough for me to actually make it a full-time job. Would I ever have my garage? Hell yeah. Before I die, I'm going to have my own garage. Is it going to crash and burn? No. Is it going to fail? Yeah. I'll make it fall down gently as possible. Is it going to succeed? I don't know. It's what happens in life. You don't know the future. You have to figure out yourself. Comments. Okay. Let's see, when it's garage 100 PSI. Check out the Fire Punk video. Hello, it's the quickest way to get an inspection window ready for a cylinder. Yeah, I bet you is knocking on the cylinder's door. The social worker in me is proud of you to say that. Well, thank you, Dresden. Midnight. High boost equals lower compression. High boost plus high compression. You blow. Party time. Next garage. I want to be the very best. Are you, Dresden? No Pokemon shit. Stop it. Midnight Mechanic. Midnight Mechanic? Okay. Everything he knows. Yeah, bitch. Listen here. No, I know a lot of stuff from self-education and just tearing it apart. And also, I had some great mentors around me. Lobe Peters. It was a great mentor in the automotive field. Dirk Peters, Donnie Brown. There was a lot of guys that I learned a lot from, and without them, I probably still been nothing. Even at UNOH, like my college I went to, there was more stuff that I learned just bullshitting with the teacher teachers like David McPherson, Todd Carr, Mike Stryker, who's no longer with us, and Bill White, who's no longer with us, and Mr. Hamill, and just there's so many human beings that just me talking to them and having the personality to talk to someone, I learned stuff outside of the class that's helped me nowadays. It's amazing. It's great. Just talk to people. It's so good. And the problem is that the people that have the knowledge for the stuff that I'm in are dying off every single day. Not to get dark on this, but um, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things that you have to talk to people and you have to like learn. Oh, dinner time. Hell yeah. See you, Lunar. Dave, thank you for coming to the stream. You as well, brother. Sometime comment down what you used to do for your YouTube, brother. I'm really interested. Like I really want to see it. Lunar, thanks for even showing up, brother. Have a great one. Dave, you as well. You both are great guys. Where are we at here? Nick is a great dude. Dresden Hearts. Mechanic Gail Banks. Okay. Take off. It was Veggie 303. Veggie 303. But yeah. So hopefully the channel will explode and hopefully I'll get more stuff for you. Dave, you just missed David, you just missed Dave. How you been, sir? How's it going? I am great. I am stuck in Pennsylvania again. I'm losing my mind. So, yeah, it's all good. Recap. Real quick for you, Dave. Recap. We've gone over why I'm not doing videos, what is coming up in videos, the pecking line of what's coming down the line, and just stuff about never let yourself hold yourself back. Oh, good here. Yeah, looks like you're still on the road. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be on the road till the end of the year, maybe some into next year. I don't know. But the good news is I'm working a lot. I mean, a lot. And it's helping pay the bills. And it's doing a lot that's going to potentially help out the future of this channel and my future in automotive. It's definitely helping push the finances for my garage and some of the cars. And I went over earlier that I had to stop because I bought so many cars. I have 11 vehicles in my possession right now. Well, 9, but 9. But 2 of them are purchased. They are just not in my possession. And I'm at the point where I need to fix and get them out. Or I need to just liquidate, which I'm not going to do because it's very hard for me to lose money. And that's the thing we talked about earlier in the live stream. So I'll just go back and watch it, I guess. I have to run into Walmart. How long are you going to be live? We'll go till 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then I'm cutting out because I have work at 1:30 a.m. So I have to get a few hours of sleep, and also gives me a little bit more time to sip on this. But yeah, the job is good. Like I'm working 84-hour weeks, but I have no beef with that because it's paying the bills. It's great. Like it's paying bills that I probably would not have been able to pay off until the late 2021. So it's helping out a lot. All right, see you, Drez. Did you see Vice Grip did a Mopar vid today? Maybe you're working too much to have watched it. I got about a quarter of the way through it. He bought a 64 Dart. So it's going to be kind of funny when you see videos in the future. So, yeah. So it's kind of funny. I don't know if anyone here watched any kind of like Canadian shows, but I laughed a little bit because what was the name? It was Doug and something. Hold on. I have to whip my phone out because I have a terrible memory sometimes. It's Bob and Doug McKenzie. It was a short thing done in the 80s, and it's called The Great White North. Was the name of the show, and I absolutely laughed my ass off because some random guy that actually came on the channel just said, "Hey, is this Bob and Doug McKenzie?" Because it was an old video that I did. And he just said, "Hey, is this Bob and Doug?" And I said, and I looked up because I've seen parts of it when I was a kid, but I had never seen a full episode. So I was like, Bob and Doug. Okay, I look it up. First thing pops up is Bob and Doug McKenzie. And I said, "You're not talking about Bob and Doug McKenzie, are you?" He's like, "Yeah, you and your friend remind me of Bob and Doug McKenzie." I'm like, okay. So I'm not going to say that me and my buddy are going to be doing Bob, Doug McKenzie skits, but I figured I might do a twist on them or just. So the thing about me is that I'm a little bit more conservative on the blue and some things that I use in my content. And I figured if I'm with my buddy and we do the whole Bob and McKenzie thing, I'm going to actually show, because I'm like actual me, and I'm a little more churched up and a little bit more conservative on YouTube. I'm a combination of probably peg and vice grip. Like, I have the mouth of a sailor, and I make fun of stuff all the time, and I use different analogies and acronyms and stuff like that. But I try to cut down on the blue just a little bit because I do have people that watch me from my community that are really, and I don't say this like a bottlenecking thing, like just kind of like, no, you can't do that. It's more of like I respect them enough not to throw the blue out as hard as I do, because believe me, I can make a U.S. Navy person blush with the mouth that I have on me some days. And believe me, I hear it every single time I go to dinner. I have to watch my mouth, family dinners, and my mother hears a word pop in my mouth. She's like, "I did not raise that mouth." I said, "You're right. Sorry." Mm. You have to excuse me. I'm not part of the Secret Service or anything, but this is actually just so I can listen to the quality of the video so I can make sure nothing changes. But about it. What beer are you drinking? So, real quick, Dave, I'm stuck in PA, so I have bought Pennsylvania beers to help support local. And this one is Stable 12's Super Mash Brothers. It is in Phoenixville, PA, and it's really bang up. It's a good New England style pale ale. Really good. The other one I've already had. Yeah, I know. I've had two. So this is Workhorse Brewing Company, and is the Pina Colada. It's really good. I talked about how it tastes like another beer that I got to try in Indy on my travels, which I never got to do because, once again, on this channel, you guys like the automotive part, which that's cool. Like, I got no beef with that. I'm an automotive guy. I just made A.C.C because that's two fields that I have been experienced in to help push small business. The A and the C was to help push small business. That's what was the whole intention. There was no hidden agenda, nothing. It was there for me to kind of push towards small business. And the next one I'm going to taste is the knife flight in a phone booth IPA. It's just made by Flattered Flag. Is that right? Tattered Flag Brewing of Middletown, PA. I gotta put this shit in small. Make it big. Make it happy. It is the Tattered Flag Brewery of Middletown, PA. And it's another IPA. So, like I said earlier, it's kind of shameful being a YouTuber, but I started TikTok just for shits and giggles to kind of put this stuff on it because I can't do automotive stuff. And I wanted to kind of keep flow, and I wanted to stay in the social media stuff. So on TikTok, I mostly do this stuff, or I try to find comedy and some of the things I can do while I'm in Pennsylvania. I can't really do shit at work because I can't, because against policies, and I respect those policies, and I respect the job and my company. So it's just like, yeah, I do everything in this room here. So that's why I'm here. But yeah, hold on. I've missed a lot of freaking. So hang on. So Dave, that's why I'm working the sawmill, then live streaming. Got to get money somehow. Thanks, market system. Yeah, work, buddy. That's all I gotta say. I'm working myself into the hole. So, and what I mean by hole is grave because I was built to be a worker. That's how my favorite is me. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, poor me, money." It's I will do what you need me to do, and you can pay me accordingly. That's the way it was. Did you try Yingling yet? Yes, actually, the good news is before I came to PA, I've tried Yingling. I think it's dark and tan or black and tan, the regular old Yingling and Yingling Light. Like them all across the board. One of the oldest breweries in the United States. It's great. I have no beef with it. It's fantastic. How about get contacts to be ad space for those small business for revenue? Now, that's not like I wasn't when I did this, I wasn't looking to make money off small businesses at all. It was just to help them because I know having a small business or a small YouTube channel, like ads are expensive. Getting the words out a pain in the ass. It's hold on one second. It's not easy. So if someone's willing to give you a helping hand, that's the way I wanted to be was the helping hand for small businesses. Like I'm not going to change. If there's a small business that wants something, I'll help them. Like if they want a little bit of avenue. I did a video on Joy House Coffee, and I was more angry with myself because it didn't get as many views as I wanted it to be because it didn't fit A.C.C. It, in the video algorithm, because I don't do many coffee shops, I just wanted to help her as much as I can. She's a very great person. If you're in Circleville, or if you know someone that's in Circleville, Ohio, go to Joy House Coffee. Natalie's the owner. She's a great human being. It's awesome. So, wish they distribute out in South Dakota. Hmm. You know, the funny part is, David, there was actually a site for the company I'm working with that was in South Dakota, and unfortunately, it's closed down. But if I would have known you needed that, I would have tried to find someone that was being sent there, and I would have sent you some. Let's see. How could someone get beer to someone in a different state without shipping it? I'll figure it out. Um, that's why I do videos to help sell classic cars, like the Corvette video I did and got claimed. Anyway, since DJ played copyright music. Yeah, it's even if like I can sit here and say it at almost 1,000. Like once again, thank you all for being part of that. If I'm sitting at 1,000,000 and someone comes to me that's a small business and they've put their sweat, blood, and tears in it. Now, if someone's just starting a business, I'm not probably going to be like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say like, go get your feet wet for a year. Like go do you. Go learn the business. Like go do you. Just learn. And then if you're still standing on both feet or if you've made a product but it's not getting out, yeah, I'll help you. Like that's no problem. Like once again, I have 900 and some, and not all of them are from Ohio. So I'm pushing out businesses in Ohio, and well, y'all don't know about it. Like that's what would be nice if you guys could like recommend something, and then I could try to get it. Um, like something you guys know, and I can try it, or a small business or something, just so I can do a multi-state market. I just want to be able to help people. That's small businesses and people, because really, if a small business inside of a community is paying taxes towards the city, that's another business inside of it's bringing revenue into that city and potentially helping that city with people coming to it. So that's the way I see it is you're helping a small town or a decent sized town do it. That's the whole basis behind it. I want to promote our wood slabbing business. Okay, who are you working for? Wood slabbing. Okay. Sorry, dude, on here, you probably want to find someone bigger because it's going to be like, hey, 5 people that might know about this area in Ohio or whatever state you're in. Go look at this. It's a bad mentality to be in. Just kind of like, no matter what size you are, big or small, you can still make a difference in somehow, some way, some shape or form. But sometimes the bigger tides bring in the small ships. So Yeah. David, you got any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that? I'm really glad to see you here, bud. I'm still kind of baffled why Scott's not here. Scott is also known as Old Croner's Garage, or used to be known as 84 Chevy C10 or C30, Chevy C30. So, oh, I have 3 likes. Thank you guys so much. Also, thank you all. Let me grab the actual count here. Thank you all, 975 subscribers. You guys are awesome. Every single one of you. And anyone that hasn't subscribed yet, you guys are awesome. So, yeah. So here, how about this? The 7 people that are actually in here that's watched my videos, roast me on my videos. Just for shits and giggles. Just go at it. Didn't you have merch? Do you have merch? I'd like to see some. Maybe I've missed. No, I still have shirts. I have hats floating around. I have stickers. So now we'll get back to that, David. I want you guys to roast me on what my worst video is, just for shits and giggles. Like I want to see, because the thing about it is I build off of criticism. Because I'm not the kind of guy that's going to stand there and look you in the eye and go, "You're doing a great job." No, I'm the kind of guy, "You're fucking up, dude. Like, what's going on here? How can I help? What's going on? How can we fix this?" By the way, stop eating shit on camera. Like, that's the kind of guy I am. I just like to get to the point, and I want to find out how to fix things. And you guys watch my stuff harder than I do. Some days I see the analytics. It's eh. Which I find fun and just cool because it's like, what did I do at this point of the video? Right here. Okay, that's the 7-minute mark. Oh, that was kind of lame. Ooh. It's just fun for me. It's actually fun going back and looking at the videos and going, what did I do wrong? Two Cross, get your shit together. Two Cross, hey, the first time I've ever seen you in chat, brother. How you doing? Or madam, wherever you are. Get my shit together. All right, what shit? Tell me, what shit do I need to get together? Welcome to the shit show. I got another 28 minutes to listen, so let's go. Comment me. Dave, so back to you. Dave, do you have Facebook or Instagram or anything like that? If so, go on to the A.C.C. Garage Facebook page or Instagram page, directly message the page, and we'll talk about that. I'm not worried about merch or anything like that. First time seeing your video. Hi from Milwaukee. Hey, we got a chithead. How's Wisconsin doing? First time seeing your videos. So thank you for coming to this live stream. And the videos actually used to be a lot more fluent to Cross. But, well, unfortunately, I've been doing a lot of work and a lot of business and stuff like that. So I have not been able to motivate or devote time towards YouTube like I used to. So, Two Cross, go ahead. Your first time being a live stream. The floor is yours. Just have at it. Just questions, comments, concerns, episodes you hated. And actually, on that note, everybody, your favorite video, your least favorite video. 7 people here, so least favorite video and best video. And please don't tell me the video that you're not watching without my face on it, you guys. Your live streams are terrible. You don't even play games. Actually, I play mental games with myself all the time. So, yeah, I'm actually playing a game inside of my head right now. It's Pong, doing, doing, and I'm winning. So, so if you ever seen the very first episode I ever did, the actual automotive episode, which was the GM or the Junkyard Jim, as I named it, or Junkyard Jewel, I can't remember. That engine actually has had a long, idea on it, but I haven't found the right vehicle for it yet. The 92 Camaro that Midnight gave me might be for it, but I had a buddy message me months ago that he bought a third gen, even before mine and Midnight's deal actually went down. months, years, I don't even remember now. But he bought a 84 Camaro and he wanted an engine for it. So me and him were talking about it, and we were gonna take the 350 I bought for $62. Like it was cheap and it ran. I literally got to run the day after I bought it. And the plan was to actually squeeze as much power out of that engine we could with using factory available parts. And what does factory available parts mean? Parts that were made in the factory, like the Vortec heads, a different crankshaft, LT rods, LT pistons. So stuff like that. That's what we wanted to do. But so that was the plan for the engine, but it kind of fell through after a while because the Camaro, he got married. The Camaro kind of got pushed back. So still waiting on that. Sorry, one second. Uh, kill the comments over there. Just do whatever you need to do over there. Just give me one second. Sorry. Let's see here. So, two cross. You're building a '71 Buick LeSabre, dude. Badass. So, when I was in trade school, my teacher had bought us, or had bought. This is before me. I say, I thought it was part of it. No, but he actually bought a 1971 Buick GS, and that was stuffed with a 468 big block Chevy. Badass car. Never left the shop. Never went drag racing. Sad. Early third gen Camaros can't handle the power. The drivetrain's too much weaker than. I guess we're gonna twist that bitch into a Presso and we're gonna actually make it to where it can actually hold it. Going to pull up the Buick 350 and put a Chevy through. Okay, so two cross. I want you to look up Power Block. It was the other 350 is what it's called. So I can get you the right name of it. So what they did was they took the 350 Buick and they smacked it up against the 350 Chevy. It's actually lighter. The Buick engine is like 100 pounds lighter than the Chevy. So even though Chevy parts are easier to find, the 350 Buick is actually lighter and has like a one-piece timing cover, like aluminum. So timing cover and water pump cover, just like just like a Ford does. They have that one piece or like a Mopar. So yeah. Hold on. Thank you. I know I'm so boring looking at my phone right now, but I'm just trying to find this real quick. So they did, I think it's called The Other Guys, like The Other Guys 350 or something like that. Yeah, building the other 350 small block. So that's what it's called. It's on the Power Nation channel. Buick is hard to build. No shit. Had no idea. I'll look it up. So it is the other guy. Yeah, building the other 350 small block engine. It's on Power Nation, and yeah, like all they did was a factory rebuild on those, and it was pretty bitching. Um, so it's funny because it's actually Buick, Oldsmobile, Pontiac, and Cadillac had the same bolt patterns. Chevy and GM and that was it. They had their bolt pattern. So if you're gonna switch over a Chevy into your Buick, you might need a separate transmission because there's a different bolt pattern, or you can buy adapter plate if you just want to not screw with it. Um, yeah. Sorry. Uh, just checking emails and shit real quick. Um, yeah, that for some reason the Buicks were lighter, and there was some architect stuff. Hard to find parts for like an intake and exhaust headers. I thought the head design made the engine oil start. So to my understanding, it was the Oldsmobile. Or it was not 350s. It was like the Oldsmobile 455 and the bigger ones because they said they were using their heavy duty big bearing. So what they were doing instead, like a small block Chevy's this big, they went this big. So a bigger bearing is more surface area for you to actually lubricate. So it was starving it to actually keep enough on the lower bottom end of the bearing, so more surface area to cover, and they were still thinking that they were in small block territory. Higher RPM, which they put a higher RPM range on, would kill the motors off because they were trying to oil something that was bigger than what they were used to. So, also, fun fact: there's no such thing as a big block Pontiac, even though they have a 455. Oh, it's all a small block apparently. Oh, the annoying part about a BOP block is the oil pump is on the front cover instead of inside the pin. It can start. Well, here's the thing about it being on the outside of the block. If it goes back or returns in the heads there towards the top, oil returns in the heads where towards the top. Yes, I think I'm catching what you're saying. So when you're pushing the oil up to the top, it goes to the push rods and it goes through up to the bow, up through the heads and back to the bottom of the pan. So when you're trying to do that and the pans were insufficient for the time, so BOPC blocks are just blocks, no small or big. Like you said. So trying to, it's more the thing they were trying to take a surface. So you're trying to lubricate a thing that originally this big for small blocks, and going to this big, you have more area to actually like lubricate. If you watch Roadkill's episode where Mike Finnegan bought a Pontiac Trans Am or Firebird, he talked about how the 455 or whatever engine they had in it were talking about it. So it's harder for the oil to make it back down through it. And hey, I'm probably wrong. Haha, I see your point. No, 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 no. I'm not here to debunk or tell you you're wrong or have any problems like that. I'm just trying to go off of my understanding. And if I'm wrong, I will learn. Like that's the best thing about my channel. I don't give a shit. I know I'm wrong some days. I know I'm wrong probably most days, but at least I'm learning the wrong way and the right way. And the thing about it is external pumps is not a bad thing because every big block Chrysler, I may be wrong on this one, but I know the 440s have an external pump. So do the slant sixes. The pumps are actually on the side of the blocks. So with an external pump, the only thing you have to worry about is a broken motor mount because it will come down and break them, and then that's a problem. So yeah. Yeah, my vintage iron. Yeah, he's a great guy. So Two Cross, another guy you should look at is my vintage iron because he does a bunch of Chevy stuff, Ford stuff. He's actually done the big block V6 305 GM. Like he's another good guy to look at. Machinist through and through, engine builder, great guy. Uh, so we got about 15 more minutes here before I have to hop off here and go prepare for my work day because I actually have to fall asleep. I've been up since 1:30 a.m. But I really wanted to do a live stream because I wanted to just address everybody how everything's going, what's going on with the channel, what's going on with me, what's going on with everything, just to make sure just kind of everyone has an understanding that I've gotten really busy and that's life, really. He's gotten flack instead of saying 30 over, he says 30,000 instead of three. Whatever. The guy's a machinist. Whatever. I've seen the work that he through YouTube. I've seen the stuff that he's done, and it's actually been dynoed or actually been ran. So I have no beef with the guy at all. So he's very knowledgeable, especially on Chevy heads. He did a segment on that, so it's really good. This hair doesn't exist. Okay, cool. Funny thing is, I'm a Jaguar collector. and more of a Mopar guy. Buick was a car that my grandmother drove around, so I'm doing it for nostalgia. Oh, by the way, so that means you have an expensive taste. Why are you here? Because most of mine's budget bills, Chevrolets, Fords, and Chryslers. Like, wouldn't mind having a Jaguar or Jaguar, or however you guys pronounce it correctly. But yeah, like think about it is I'll work on anything. I prefer working on certain things, but you put a BMW in front of me, I will figure it out and I will help anybody the best I can. Um, I'm not gonna do a rebuild on a Mini because I have very big man hands and they don't fit. Or Subaru spark plugs. Can't do Subaru spark plugs. Dave Buick invented the small block Chevy. Hmm. I don't know about that. Also, the funny part is the original GM small block I used came out of an Oldsmobile, which was funny because GM actually had a lawsuit because someone bought an Oldsmobile and wanted to be an Oldsmobile engine. So later on, GM changed the slogan to GM built cars with GM build parts. So I had a 350 Chevy inside of a low miles Oldsmobile, and yeah, so fun fact. Hmm. Also, I'm curious, what other YouTubers do you guys watch? Got a friend who is skinny. That's they have worn fingers, so I'm glad hard to reach spaces. Yeah, I when people in Subarus always told them they need to cut a couple fingers off and some nubs. So what YouTubers do you guys watch? Like, who do you watch? Who do you invest your time in? Like, what do you guys like to watch? Like, this channel may be so like around me, but it's you that fuel the channel. You watch my dumb ass. Period. End of story. It's not me making videos and fuddling myself and hopefully everything is going to go good. Like, oh, the best YouTuber ever. No, that's stupid. Like, I'm a guy putting some things. Yeah, Uncle Tony's good. Vine sauce. Vine sauce. The game statistic in Brad sucks. Um. hmm, okay. Like for instance, I watch Junkyard Digs, Vice Grip Garage, Classic Mustang 429, Dylan McCool, Thunderhead 289, um, like grunge music. Give Brad sucks. It's not bad. I like grunge. Um, Nick's Garage, Uncle Tony, Cleese McFarlane, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. Like there's so many YouTubers I watch, and it's Smosh. I even still watch Smosh. So it's one of those things like I like to learn my audience. DD Speed Shop. Yeah, DD Speed Shop. Yeah, thank you, Rude Dude. Like he is another damn good YouTuber. Like the guy has got more motivation than I ever will on my own finger. Oh shit, I almost forgot the biggest one that I watch, which is good old Peg. Good old minty fucker himself. Um I love watching him. Like Zip Ties and Bias Splice is one of the first automotive YouTubers I would say I have watched. Um yeah, like, yeah, that was probably the first, besides Roadkill, first automotive guy I watched. And funnier how my friend Pete, Vice Grip Garage and Nick's. I want to combine gaming Pete, my friend Pete. Is that the name of his channel? My friend Pete? I'll definitely check him out. I want to combine gaming and automotive, hence the Camaro mobile station device. Try iRacing. Start there, and then maybe a VR course in a very open parking lot. Try to, I don't know. I spitballing here. Yeah, like I'm not here to plug other YouTubers, but I give credit when credit is due. Like, yeah. What else do I watch? Oh shoot, what's his name? 1989 Steve MRE. Like the guy does nothing but reviews on old MREs. The guy opened an MRE from World War II, World War One. It's really cool, and he even tries it out. It's really fun to watch. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Project Cars 2. Oh, Fuzzy Dice. Fuzzy Dice Projects? Fuzzy Dice Projects, I think. Um See, Fuzzy Dice, like he has more patience than I ever would. Like zip ties. I said zip ties and bias plays. Oh my god. Yep. He's fun. Like Peg, like I've messaged Peg back on Instagram and he is fucking hilarious. What does A.C.C stand for? So and thought of Cuba. So real quick to cross, and if anyone ever asks this, A.C.C stands for alcohol, caffeine, carburetors. It says right there on the shirt. So the reason I built it like that was that carburetors, my automotive shtick, my fun. Yeah, Fuzzy Dice. He's doing the third gen Firebird. Yes, he's an absolute great guy. Sorry, squirrel. You'll find out that my brain is just like Doug from Up. But A.C.C stands for alcohol, caffeine, carburetors. The alcohol and the caffeine were solely made for two fields that I know very well. Boy, that doesn't sound great at all. But alcohol and caffeine. So I noticed in Ohio, my state that I'm from, sorry, the state that I actually live in, there's a lot of alcohol and caffeine related businesses around there. So I wanted to use that to kind of spearhead the idea of actually using that to actually push small business. And then carbureted, that's my stupid shenanigans and whatever else I decide to do. So alcohol and caffeine were solely made to do small business things. Like, for instance, the whole time I've been doing this, I've had this beer, which is the Pina Colada from Workhorse. They're a local brew from PA. And then there's also the Super Mash Brothers, another wonderful beer from PA, which is from Stable 12. And now the other one, which is the Knife Flight, which is from the Tattered Flag Brewing Company of Middletown, PA. So I use that because I can actually try something that I've tried multiple times and kind of use that as a staple of something that I can judge and say that it's like this, it's like that. So people can actually go out and confidently try something and know what they're getting into. I uploaded a few TikTok videos on here because they are just picture slideshows. I don't record or take many pictures, but would like to. I've got a lot of projects going on. Please check it out. Yeah, definitely. I have a lunch break on my shift. I'll definitely check it out. I'll even make a note about it. Shit. So yeah. 371 Detroit diesel build. Who's doing that? Sorry, pardon me, I have the hiccups. But we're creeping up on 7 more minutes before I have to say goodnight and say goodbye to you guys. When will the next video be up? Hopefully before the end of the month. That's all I have to say. Where do I find that? Yeah. Hey, where do we find that at? Come on. John Doe? I hope he's not fucking this rude dude. Who else? Oh, pardon me. Trying to think of other YouTubers. Like, oh, Mad Scientist. You have to check out Mad Scientist Garage. The guy did a whole thing where he bought a Firebird out of someone's driveway and took it on power tour. Really humble guy. Like, I talked to him. He's actually met Junkyard Diggs. Really cool dude. He just did a video. I'm gonna have to put that. Like, he just did a video on him going to zip tie drags for roadkill, and a guy broke his hand and tore the ligaments out, so he let him drive his vehicle. Awesome experience. Really cool. Like, it was awesome as hell. I was really like, and I've had conversations with the guy back and forth because he does a lot of magazine articles, and he is just a brilliant human being. I think his name is John. But yeah, it's just really cool to see different other YouTubers and talk to them and see what they have to say. It's really great. I have to look this up really fast. Hold on. Yep, here we go. That's his Instagram page right there. Mad Scientist Garage. Check him out. That's also his name on YouTube as well. So, yep. Oh, geez Louise. Oh. All right. You want to make something that gets 60 miles per gallon, and did someone make your logo for you? Yes. I gotta pull up Facebook or Instagram again. So my buddy at Ben Nile in Maine actually made my original one, which was very awesome to me in the beginning. Like it's really cool. Like I still have a sticker on my main toolbox because I wanted to remind myself that my friends are fucking awesome. So he made the original one, which was a crude drawing or a crude making of the one that was done. Um, and his design is what sparked the whole idea. And then Tuscaloosa, or so this is the human being that made my design. She's an absolute wonderful person. Please check her out. I know it's backwards. Please pause the video to actually translate that. But yeah, I messaged her because I asked STC Doodle, who STC Doodle is the guy who makes the artwork for Roadkill occasionally. He's also a nice guy to look up on YouTube or on Instagram. But I asked him to do it, and he was busy. He was very backed up with work and everything else, so I understood. So he referred me to Sarah, is her name, and she did an awesome job. Like even right here, I'm on her Instagram page, and there it is. Like this right here, that's the artwork my buddy made because I asked him to make to where the United States flag was in it and the Ohio flag, and I wanted a coffee stain. So he made that originally, and then she took her magic and put it on it. And there was no like arguing or anything about it. It was just, hey, do you want this? And I think the only question she asked me was, do you need the flags? And I said, yes, I want the flags and the logo. Like, no ands, ifs, or buts. It's going to be there. And she knocked it out of the park. And once again, my buddy did as well. Like, he took the idea of I wanted a coffee stain and I wanted it to be like a ring. And that's how I have my logo is I consulted friends and my friends did their work. Yeah. that's that's who did my logo. But a non-shameful plug for my buddy. Let's see if I got it. Better than a shit stain. What about a Mustang? Anyway, this right here. Pause it, save it, think about it. That is the gentleman who made it. He owns a thing called Downey's Chassis. He does, graphic designing as well. We went to college together. Really good guy from the wonderful up north. He's from Maine. He's a Maine. Funny motherfucker. Um, and really, we became friends because I ball busted the shit out of his Subaru. So, yeah. But he's also a classic fan. He's not a JDM hardcore guy or anything like that, or just a import only. He's American muscle. He's dirt track. He's everything. But he's willing to take a boobaroo because he is into autocross. Okay, turbo a 98. Hold up, what's this? Turbo a 98 Dodge Ram cam. Already have it. Or the stock LA hydraulic cam to run a small Port Edelbrock Street Master intake. Okay, 89 Ram. Rude dude, what's the specs on the 268? Small Port Edelbrock. 89 Dodge. Hydraulic, boosting the flat top edge would wear it out faster. I don't know. less than 50,000. Okay, so from my understanding, boosting the engine should not have any problem with your valve train. Valve train stability. Now we'll talk about that real quick. I'm at the hour 30, but I will finish it off on this. So it's not the actual hydraulic part of it that matters. It's your actual valve overlap. Oh boy, I'm gonna be speaking out my ass here in a minute. So no, sorry, it's your valve. It's your angle. So here's the thing. This is what it means for your actual angle. So, oh, Jesus Christ, I gotta look up a. Hold on, my brain is jelly. I gotta look up a. You absolutely must. Condition. Hold on. Oh, LSA, lobe separation angle. So the lobe separation angle, it has to do with boost. So when you have a lobe separation angle of X amount, at this point, lift does and does not matter. Your actual lobe separation does, because if you have a high lobe separation of like 118, 118 actually means you have this much distance in between your opening and closing of valves, which means you'll build more cylinder pressure. Now, if you're like this at 110, this is very crude, but that means you have your. Okay, I fucked up. Like this, they're open longer to create more draw in. They're closed faster, means the valves are closed. No, son of a bitch. I'm too tired to do this. I really don't need to be doing this right now. But anyway, it shouldn't matter on your actual like hydraulic versus flat tap. It's a roller cam is nicer because it doesn't have much wearing parts on it, and it's also better for horsepower because it's less rotational drag on the rotational assembly of the engine. Oh, how high we thinking? But with boosting, from my understanding, it matters more on your compression and your lobe separation angle more than anything, because if the engine is staying open longer for it to actually, create more sucking into the engine, then that'll help you. So if your intake valve hangs open longer for the boost to jam pack more air in, and it closes sooner for it to build that pressure off what's been pushed in, low compression, 12 meters separation. So tens of. See, the thing about it is with float is it has to do with a lot with springs. And believe me, I'm not the most professional human being to talk about this with, but the actual springs and rockers and the shafts that your rockers are mounted on help you with valve stability, because what valve stability is at higher RPMs, you're trying to get something closed. And when you're doing this a lot, and it does, as you saw my fingers do in the video, they kind of like reverberate and you can't really tell. Instead of doing this, you see this. So the thing about valve stability is that you just want to make sure that everything is closing correctly and staying closed, not valve float is the terminology of literally your valve floating off the sea a little bit because the reverberations of higher RPM, which is causing the springs to vibrate. So if you have the right springs and the right studs for your rocker to sound, and a decent rocker, like you don't need a flimsy, cheap China aluminum rocker shaft, that's gonna be blown. Once again, I'm speaking out my ass at this point. But once again, a camshaft's job is to push open something. And at higher RPM, it probably would be nice to have a roller, but hydraulics should work. I would consult somebody that actually has cam and lifter and everything. Like, you want to get someone that's actually professional besides me. I know as much as I do, but I don't know enough to actually go, yes, this is the definitive answer and this is what you should use. I'm only speaking from experience, and that's through education and occasional working on shit. So, all right, guys. Guys and girls, sorry. I have to go. I have to shower and I have to get up. and I have to go to work. So it's a pleasure that all of you guys, I'll take it all in a mental breakdown. It's down as well. Thanks, man. It's anytime. I'm here to help as much as I can to my abilities. I'm going to bed. I greatly appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm hoping to see you guys at whatever this channel does, if it crashes and burns, or if it becomes big or small or just known. Thank you so much for watching A.C.C. Garage. Please tell your friends, family, and everyone about us, and I will see you in the next video or next live stream, whatever my mental sanity allows. See you guys. Stay safe.